Yo, it's Friends for Hire.
Friends for Hire.
And this is Friends for Hire Talks. Yo, what up, boys? Just kidding, I'll leave that out. Yo, what's up? Back with another week of your favorite gentlemen. I don't know, how should I start this, Brayden?
That was pretty good. I like gentlemen.
What up, ladies and mostly gentlemen?
Mostly gentlemen.
I'm going to have to leave some of this out.
No, I like that.
Yo, what's up? It's your favorite gentleman, favorite hip-hop group, Friends for Hire. We're back again with another episode. This is our first episode back after our release, after any release this year, and after any release under our new name. So this is kind of a big episode, and expect like extremely insane stuff about to happen. That was not a pun. First off, we just want to talk about, the new song that just dropped. Insane. Dropped last week on Wednesday, and it's been great. We've been getting a lot of great feedback. Been reading all your guys' messages. It's been really awesome. Also seeing you guys share it on everything. Like, it really is motivating us to keep going. And as a small artist, you kind of just live off that. That's like your lifeblood. You just go from day to day getting acceptance from others, and that's your only self-worth, I guess. Just kidding, that's a joke. But yeah, so overall, we're just stoked to be back, and we're stoked to have a song out. And again, thank you to all the real ones like Chris, Riley, Will, all like you guys know who you are. So looking at this song in our catalog, it's been doing good. I was actually super hyped because the song has hit past 100 streams on both Spotify and Apple, which are honestly small fry numbers, like compared to, a lot of other independent artists as well, but it's still pretty big for us, and we're just getting there. It's just going to take a while. So I won't lie, it's been a little bit of a roller coaster because you see the numbers, especially when there's such a small sample pool, and you see one day with only a couple streams, it just kind of sucks. But then you did get a day with a lot more, and it feels good. But really, besides the point of all the streams, and not to mention our monthly listeners, before we dropped the song, we were coasting around like 30, and it's already doubled up to 60. So appreciate all the people like going and listening to it and continuing to listen to it. It really, that does mean a lot, and we're watching. So besides the point of all the numbers and anything, the biggest thing is we've seen a lot of the responses, like the messages and things, and that's kind of what is really most important, what we kind of need to put in the forefront, and not just the numbers. Like, it really doesn't matter compared to the relationships that we're building. The people I've talked to this week and some of the stuff that I've heard from people, it's been really nice, and it's heartwarming to see people all the way across the country listening to your music and sending you pictures and videos and telling me that they're sharing it with people and their friends and stuff. And I think that's really kind of the most important thing. You kind of forget that streams aren't just numbers, but there's people behind that. And that's kind of, at the end of the day, what music is for. It's not just to prop up numbers, but it's to get to help people and for people to know you on a deeper, more emotional level. So for the first release, I think it's beyond great, and I couldn't be happier. Things are looking good. So yeah, what do you think, Brayden?
Yeah, I was just going to say, like, getting those messages from people is so fulfilling as an artist because, thinking about it, you see, maybe you get a couple hundred streams or something like that, and, that's okay. And it's amazing in and of itself, but when you get down to a personal level and you hear about people who fuck with your music enough to literally play it around other people, that's pretty cool. And really, that's where the real growth happens, highly unlikely that people are just randomly stumbling upon us on Spotify or something like that. All of our growth and everything comes from our supporters sharing our music with other people. I actually had a little story that happened after the release of Insane, and I have this friend who he works as a police officer in Salt Lake City, and we used to work at T-Mobile together. And so he's known about our music for a while. He's always really fucked with it, and he's been a big supporter, and he's like shared it with people.
That's cool.
And the day it released, I guess he was playing it in the squad car, and he was like driving.
Nah, bruh.
Yeah.
That's sick.
And he was driving like some kid home, like some teenage kid. And the kid straight up just like asked him who it was. He was like, "This song is sick. Who is this?" And so just stuff like that. It's just really cool and fulfilling as an artist to see that people are naturally just fucking with your music.
Bro, what? That is crazy. You didn't tell me that. That's pretty nuts.
Yeah.
Dude, and that's one of the things where, like, especially with that artist mentality, I have that problem where it's like, I'm not looking to like fit a mold and make art that I think people are just going to love, but I make art that has my soul and my heart in it. So when people do love it, like, it's not that I'm seeking that validation, but that validation means so much to me. When you see songs, it just kind of, they don't do crazy with the numbers. Like, they're not blowing up or whatever, but then it's hard because that's all the information that you have from our end. But when you get to actually hear or see things about that and you're like, man, how many times are things like this happening and I have no idea, but just like, why would somebody tell you that they're playing their songs for a friend? They're just a fan of some random band across the internet, you know? Yeah. So it's those small stories that actually mean so much. Cause like, I didn't even know that, but that's seriously, I'm amped to even hear that. That's nuts.
Yeah, I completely agree. It's super motivating. I mean, like, I'm looking at some of our streams on YouTube right now, and I know they're not all from us or like close friends and family.
You'd be surprised, bro. I don't listen to any music other than just looping ourselves all day. Just
but
kidding.
I mean, like, on our Hello music video, which is, you know, well, this is actually super fucking embarrassing because our two, I would say, worst and most embarrassing music videos have the most streams on YouTube, which is just lovely. And so I just wonder, like, why have almost 500 people watched Dumpster Fire? I know we haven't watched it 500 times. So,
well, maybe Jason, maybe he's no, actually, all that goes to Riley. I know Riley P's rocking with that like song more than any other song for some reason. So I'm gonna say, you look at his search history and it's all 500 Dumpster Fires.
Well, I guess that explains it then.
The Hello, though, I'm not sure about that one. We got some Hello lovers in the audience.
We need to get the 6 cents numbers up, man. The world needs to see it.
If you're listening, like, okay, we already got enough minutes of you listening for the podcast to get for it to count as a stream. So just get out of here. Go listen to 6 Cents, please. It's some of the best editing, best hip hop music video ever. Brayden killed that. So please just stop whatever you're doing. Text your moms this. Send her the link. Go watch that.
Yeah, I'm definitely proud of it, and I want more people to see it.
Me too. That's why I put it as the channel trailer on YouTube. If you go on there right now, that's what the channel trailer is. It's such a good music video and song. My favorite song still. I don't think anything tops it. It's just S tier. So
yeah, it's definitely it's our band's magnus opus thus far.
Yeah, I agree.
That's been released.
True. Y'all haven't even heard the first of 3 album series, and it's a little sneak peek and maybe drop in the next decade. I don't know. I'll maybe just hold on to that for the rest of my life. You heard it here first, and you heard it here last. Just kidding. But yeah, so Insane. It's that song to keep our motivation up and keep us going. It really sets the tone for the year of what we're trying to do. I mean, the consistency is going to be on a whole nother level. This song really was the song for us to keep that energy up and like get us to be amped up about what we're doing to kind of bring us out of our slump. I mean, 2021 and even leading into 2022, things have just been slow and we're just really trying to pick that back up. And I think it marks as a good starting point and reminder of why and what we're doing. So yeah, with that all being said, we're going to get more into the fan interaction stuff after this. But let's just listen to Insane real quick. So yeah, roll that.
Okay, bitch, I be like Batman, pull up on the switch. Okay, bitch, rolling on the past, you focus on this. First you got passion, turn it to a session. Then you get hatred, turn it to aggression. Wish I had patience, think I learned my lesson, but I ain't got none. Nigga. Bro, you put an end to me, because I'm a fucking public enemy. Why you befriending me? I'll hit you with headshots like you was Kennedy. What did you learn? How much you earn? I keep these rappers' ashes in an urn. Flying too close and you might just get burned. What did you learn? What did you learn? I'm really glad you came.
All right, so that was Insane. You better have heard that by now. That should not have been your first listen. But just want to say, I think Ty did really great on the rapping. I think my verse is good. Ty killed the chorus. It's such a fun song, and I think it really stands up. And I think it's going to be one of the ones that stand out in our catalog down the road. So really glad to have that one out, and I think it's a good way to reward our loyal fans who've been waiting forever. We appreciate you. So for Insane, we got a ton more content still coming. Like, this isn't even scratching the surface. We're still going to be dropping a lyric video. All the lyrics are going to be on there, and we're going to be breaking a lot of that down. And number 2, a music video will be coming out in the next couple weeks. Mark your calendars. So Wednesday, the 25th, we're going to be dropping the lyric video. So you're going to be able to go read a lot of the lyrics. It's also on Genius, by the way. If you haven't found our Friends for Hire Genius account, all the songs are on there, all the lyrics. Go read them, go annotate them. I don't give a shit. So we're going to have that with some new cool visuals and stuff. It's going to be fun. I figured we let Brayden, the visual mastermind, kind of break some of the ideas down going into that and kind of give you a trailer sneak peek into what is going on in the Friends for Hire world.
Yeah. So we discussed at length kind of what we wanted to do for the lyric video and just promotional video for this particular song. You know, we're trying out this new marketing plan, and so obviously with that comes more content that we need to make for it. And so initially the idea that I had for it, because when I listened to the song, for some reason it like reminds me of Fogel in Kick-Ass villains, and so I had the idea to have Ty and Ethan dress up as Kick-Ass villains and, you know, do something like that, but it's a little short notice to try and make super villain BDSM costumes, so we're gonna try something else. But we definitely wanted to keep the theme of something, I don't know, nefarious, if you will, something a little mischievous. And so Ethan had some really good ideas regarding what we could do for the lyric video. An idea that I had, without any specific theme, we had recently talked about using a fisheye lens for some things. And so I kind of imagined in my head this still shot with a fisheye lens, and it's just, you know, it's pretty close up, and then to just have Ty and Ethan occasionally come and like stick their head in frame really close up to the camera. Almost like, you know, scenes where people are like looking in peepholes and it like does the fisheye on their eyes, like kind of something like that.
Yeah.
Is what I was envisioning. And just to like, you know, maybe have them do a couple different faces and spread that out over, you know, 3 minutes, maybe have like an interesting scene in the background. So, you know, that's still a possibility for the lyric video, because the lyric video doesn't need to be anything too crazy. The lyrics are the focus on it.
Yeah.
In regards to the music video, recently I watched a Wes Anderson film, The Grand Budapest Hotel. And if you don't know who Wes Anderson is, he did, I would say this is probably his most notorious film, at least with like mainstream crowd, is Fantastic Mr. Fox. And a thing with Wes Anderson, he is iconic for his center frame shots. So like, and symmetry. With this movie, Grand Budapest Hotel, I feel like it just takes it to the max. Like almost every shot is center frame, the subject is center frame, and like things are symmetrical on the other side, or that they're like barely asymmetrical. And it makes for an extremely beautiful movie. It's almost like you're watching a play, but it's a movie. And so I think for this music video, I kind of want to do that, because it makes for, you know, action sequences that if you're not trying to do Avengers Endgame level action sequences, they can be interesting to watch, but not look stupid. They look almost intentionally, I wouldn't say goofy, but they look real. You know, they look like you're sitting across the street watching this happen in front of your face or something.
Yeah, like the fight always seems crazy from like a first person's perspective, but then when you're just watching it from on the outside looking in, it kind of looks like two people scuffling.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel you.
So, and I think if any of you have seen Ricardo Spliff, we kind of like this idea of almost cartoonish action. And so I think we want to keep that theme for this music video without going into too many details. At least that's what I had envisioned for it. You know, today I was prepping all the camera stuff. We're going to go scout our location and try to set up some shots and get some organization going, because for this music video, we're going to have some extras in it. And, you know, we've never really worked with people outside of ourselves on a music video before. And so, you know, I can imagine we're not going to want to keep them there for 5 hours. So we're going to have to, you know, organize the shots in a way that we're getting the shots with them done as fast as possible. And you don't just want to be fucking winging it there when you have 10 people. Not that we'll have 10 people, but like you want to have things planned out. And I think if we have them planned out beforehand, it'll just make the shoot go that much smoother and the end product that much better.
Yeah, I agree. And let's actually use that. If you are listening this deep into the podcast, thank you. But B, if you live in Salt Lake and you're going to be around in about the beginning of February, please DM us and hit us up and maybe be a part of this said music video, because we're all about giving back to the fans, and what more than giving back to the fans than free child labor? No, but for real, we'd love to have you come be in it, because we do need some extras, some people to fucking kick our asses. So I think that would be really fun to see some of y'all out there.
Indeed.
So yeah, I mean, that was a good little intro kind of snippet into what's coming up in the next month or so with Insane and the content behind that. And also, I wanted to mention I changed my mind. I'm not going to talk more about fan stories because I think they deserve more of their entire episode to talk about that. Because we do actually have a really cool fan story involving a certain fan and some physical copies of our music, which again, I will go into further detail later. Cool stuff, all around content, fan relationship. The child labor is pretty cool. And that's pretty much it.
Shout out Crumble.
Shout out Crumble. We took our marketing strategy from them. Nah, but for real. Yeah, I think that about wraps it up. I think things are looking up. Friends for Hire 2023. All gas, no brakes. That's all I got to say. Brayden, anything from you, sir?
Oh, brother. Crumble and Andrew Howard.
Oh shit, I forgot all gas no brakes was his thing. I just meant that as in like the term. I'm not trying to like bring up all these war crimes right now.
Did you really not mean to?
No, I literally I didn't even know that was like the name of the show until I read about him the other day, bro. My bad.
Bro, you might as well name drop Rick and Morty too.
I'm gonna say I'm sorry to my women. I'm gonna say sorry to my children. And I'm going to say sorry to my intellectual being Rick and Morty watchers. That's all I got to say.
Yeah. Shout out women. It's been a tough month. Tough month for y'all.
Well, yeah, thank you, everybody. You know where to find us. Friends for Hire on all platforms, all social medias. Go check out the YouTube. Go check out the new and improved website that looks really pretty. Go check out the new song. What are you tripping? Go listen to that. Yeah, thank you all for everything. We're here to stay. Don't matter if you don't like us because we ain't going nowhere. So jump on the bandwagon. Let's go. Thank you, and we love you.
Good night, America.
I made a masterpiece. Subs hitting so hard, got me shaking the street.